Holy Bible. Genesis. Rise the early absolute being to create to build the ground a day. The ground is a 空虚混沌. Yun black antwork properly of absolute being Yun line is on the water. The absolute being say, wants to have the light, and there will be the light. It is good that absolute being sees the light and the sand opened. The absolute being calls the light to 昼, and call the ant to night. There is night ascending, and have the 晨 early, and this is the head for a day. That absolute being say, to have the 空 spirit 诸 water divide water as the top next. Absolute being build out the 空 spirit. 空 spirit is with the next water, 空 spirit with the last water sand opened. Matter this kind. The absolute being calls the 空 spirit to day. There is night ascending, and have the 晨 early, and is the second day. The absolute being says, and the water for descending of day want the 聚 at a place, make dryly loadouts. Matter this kind. 聚 that absolute being call to dryly call the water for the ground to see. It is good that absolute being sees. The absolute being says, and the ground want the hair to living the 青 grass, and grow the sun's vegetables 树 with nut, and not 果 the sun's tree wood, each from its type, 果 sun all pack 合. Matter this kind. In is a ground hair to living the 青 grass, and grow the sun's vegetables 树 with nut, each from the tree wood fur, and not 果 sun of its type, each from its type, 果 sun all pack 合. It is good that absolute being sees. There is night ascending, and have the 晨 early, and is the third day. The absolute being says, and there is light on the day, can then divide the 昼 night, and make to record the number, and settle the stanza rime, day sun, year old. And want the 空 of hair light at day, 普 to shine on the ground. Matter this kind. In is an absolute being to build two big lights, big tube 昼, small tube night. Again build the 众星. This amount the light put the 空 of row at day, 普 to shine on the ground. Tube 里 昼 night, sand do not clear and it is good that absolute being sees. There is night ascending, and have the 晨 early, and is the fourth day. The absolute being says, and the water want much many ths living the thing of having to living the mean, and want to have the 雀 bird to fly on the ground with, day 空 it is inside. Absolute being build out the big fish with the water inside the living each kind to have to living the moving of mean the thing, each from its type. Again build out in each kind to fly the bird, each from its type. It is good that absolute being sees. Absolute being grant the fool to give this on slice, saying, the living heavy many, full water in the sea of 冲. The 雀 bird also wants us too much living on the ground. There is night ascending, and have the 晨 early, and is the fifth day. The absolute being says, and the ground want to living out the live thing to come, each from its type. 牲畜, 昆虫, 野兽, each from its type. Matter this kind. In is an absolute being to build out 野兽, each from its type. 牲畜, each from its type. Ground the top is on slicing the 昆虫, each from its type. It is good that absolute being sees. The absolute being says, and myment want to shine on myment that form that kind type resemble, press myment to build the person, and make him the ment tube the fish in the sea, bird in the 空, 生 on the ground 处, with oli, and what ground top climb is on slicing the 昆虫. Form that absolute being shine on to resemble to build the person from the F, and is to shine on in his form resemble to build male build the woman. Absolute being grantful to his ment, and again say, want to living to keep the zhong to his men many, the time is fully a this ground. Also want to take care of the fish in the sea, bird in the kong, and ascend the live thing for moving of line of each kind with ground. Which does absolute being say, cease, I time guo sun for vegetables shu for ground ascending first slicing the nut growing the sun with first slicing the tree top not containing he, all grant yurment to make to eat the thing. To in the walking of ground shou is with the flying of kong inside bird, and each kind climb on the ground to have to living the thing of the mean, and I grant its meant the qing grass to make to eat the thing. Matter this kind. The absolute being sees on slicing a build all and very good. There is night ascending, and have the Chen early, and is the 6th day.